OMG, like, what a crazy cliffhanger. We just left off on. That's so wild. What happened?
What did it?
Wow. Anyways, welcome back. I'm Rose.
I'm Meadow.
And part 2 of Agent Carter. Let's get right into it,
Jumping in.
Just want to say a little disclaimer. I have half my notes on my phone and the other half in my notebook.
Double.
Yes. Also, I feel like my episodes end up being longer. So if this is longer than the last podcast episode, I'm so sorry.
Thank you for watching with us.
Yes. Okay. Jump into the first episode.
Well, episode 5.
Yes. First episode, this episode podcast. But episode 5. Okay, but where did we, I feel like we should talk about where we left off. Real quick.
Real quick.
What happened last?
The last little scene, okay? Peggy hides away Cap's blood.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
And they get a little message popping up.
Yes, the typewriter.
On the transmitter.
Yep.
What did it say?
Okay. So this episode, we start off with a flashback.
Boom.
We're back in Russia, 1937.
Uh-oh.
And, like, if you do the math, it's only 10 years. So, like, this span of everything that's happening is not very long. Like, I feel like in my head, like, where we get to at the end and, like, the reason behind everything, I'm like, oh, this is, like, decades built up.
No.
Just one.
Just one decade. I mean, but 10 years is still a long time.
It is a long time.
A lot of things that happen in just 1 year. So, let alone 10 of them.
That's true as well. I also saw this thing on Pinterest that marked out Peggy's age, which was like a real crazy realization.
Shocker. She's 40.
She's 25.
Oh.
Like, during this series, it says 1946, she's 25. So in the war, she's 22.
Dang. How old was Cap?
Probably the same age.
Wow. That's wild. That's young.
Yes.
Dang. How'd she get in such high ranks to be a young lady?
There's backstory behind her that we
need
don't
to know
about. Yeah. But anyways, okay, we're in Russia, 1937, and we see like this weird boarding school. Like the girls are locked up to their beds. Yeah. What's that called? What are they called? Handcuffed. Yep. And she's sharing bread with her friend, and then
R.I.P.
What?
Like.
What? Okay, so in my head, it wasn't said, but I feel like these are like baby widows.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, okay, so first of all, I thought that this was in America because they were showing Snow White. So I was like, American Red Room, ? But then we find out later that it's in Russia. So I'm like, okay, is this the very first Black Widows? Like, did Leviathan turn into the Red Room?
Right.
Like,
that's
what's
what
up?
I'm thinking. Yeah, because like there's no way there is a way, but like it'd be, I feel like easier to understand, or like easier.
It would make sense.
One instead of like, no, there's 2 separate organizations with training women
exactly
to fight.
Exactly, using the exact same reasoning. Oh, women can, people let their guard down around women. And what's so interesting when Peggy was talking about that, she was like, oh, like, a man will let his guard down, this, that, and the third. But like, no, women also let their guard down around other women.
And we get into that in this next scene because she snaps baby girl's head, and we get a scene right in the diner of Dottie and Peggy, which is like, I feel like the first hint into like who is Dottie.
Who Dottie is, yes.
Yes, and then she's like talking about, like, we know a little bit about Dottie at this point. Peggy doesn't, but Dottie's like, yeah, like I want to go see the Statue of Liberty, blah blah blah, putting on like this like tourist schoolgirl act, and like Peggy seeing she's not saying through it.
No,
she's taking it in.
Exactly. She's like, oh, how do you get to, you know what, I'll figure it out myself. Yeah. And Peggy's just, oh, girl.
This makes me wonder, like you were saying, like, is Peggy falling for the same thing like the guys do? Like when she was blonde and at the club or whatever, and like she put on that exact same act. And it's like, is she, but also it's like, okay, is she being naive like underestimating her?
I think so.
Or is it just like not trying to like suss out everyone?
I think it's more so just like not having any kind of guard up because she's a woman. She lives at the Griffith with you. Like, you think that you know her. Like, you have this false pretense of that you know her just because she's nice and like seemingly open, even though you really don't know anything about her.
Right.
And like, she's not taking a second to think about that because she got all the other things going on in her mind. Like, oh, why would this random girl from Iowa be?
I would be like, yep.
One of the two, Iowa, Idaho.
It's Iowa because Angie
calls her.
Yeah. Iowa, come on.
I just couldn't remember if she said Iowa or Idaho.
She loves that. Okay, Britain.
Okay, like, where you from, girl? Right. Okay, NYC. Okay, Chicago, wherever you from.
Okay. But yeah, during the scene, she drops her purse. Dottie steals her keys.
Yeah, Dottie more like knocked the purse down.
Yeah. That's when Dottie stole her keys, made me be like, okay, Peggy's like underestimating her for sure.
Yeah, because like, why didn't you check?
Yeah, but if it was just like a normal conversation, then I feel like it's just like if she was like talking to Angie, like I feel like it's still the same. Like she feels more trusting, I guess, because she is a woman.
And then I was wondering, like, is Dottie trying to get close to her to steal Cap's blood? Like, does she know,
right? Like
that she has it? What is she looking for?
Exactly. Okay, but we get back to the SSR, and they're trying to decode the message on the typewriter. They have this guy in. He's like, I tried everything in the book. Like, I just don't know. Like, I gotta take this back with me because, like, I can't.
You're not leaving with this.
I can't figure it out. Peggy comes in. She looks at it. She cracks the code.
Immediately. Did you know that it was in Russian? I didn't think so.
And so she does, and she's like, okay, well, I should be on the team now. Like, you need me.
Like, it's a no-brainer that I should be on.
Yes, but we see, which we've seen from the beginning. I didn't know his name until like the last episode. I've been calling him the actor's name Chad. But Thompson is always being condescending towards Peggy.
Yes.
Like, there's always these slick slide remarks of like,
and we see why later on.
Yes. There's these slick remarks of like, even in here, he's like, yeah, like, I don't want to have to like babysit you or like have your life on my hands.
And it's like,
blah, blah, blah.
How the tables
have turneth.
Like, what?
Also, which is like, I feel like very known for the times, even kind of now, if you're speaking to a certain generation. But the chief is like, dude, like, you got a crush on her or something? Like, get over it. Like, she's on your team. Grow up.
Yeah.
And there has always been like, especially I feel like when we were young, there's always like, oh no, he's just mean to you because he likes you. Get out of my face.
Exactly, bro.
Shut up.
Me and our friend were just talking about this. We were like, no, like, why are you telling them that? Why are you telling them that that's okay? Why are you telling me that it's okay?
No,
it's literally not. Stop being weird.
No, it's not okay.
Abuse is not cute.
For the woman to be okay with it. And it's not okay for the man to act like that.
Correct. It's not okay for society to be okay with it. Parents and teachers, watch out for your kids.
But also, yeah, like, he didn't deny it when the chief said it, when Dilly said it. And so it's like, so it's true. Part of this condescension or whatever is because you have a little crush on her.
Or something.
You can't be professional and work together, like.
Yeah, like, you have such a problem with women. Like, did you not respect your mom or something?
That silence is crazy. But Chief lets her on the team because she's like, yeah, I know that in and out. Like, I gotta connect over there. Like, I know that feel. Like,
I
the back of my hand.
Like, come on.
And so she gets put on the team. They head to Russia. Is the troop called the 107th? Okay. Yep. They head to Russia, and she has the 117th, and we get OG mustache man from Captain America.
Yep. They changed the black guy though.
Yeah, everyone else is different.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice it with anyone else. But yeah, I noticed that he was the same.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I know him.
Yeah, there he go.
And we get like our first example of a group of men like actually respecting Peggy. And like what she has to say, like her opinion, like trusting her. And part of me questions like, why is that? Like, is it because they fought together? Is it because like she's Steve's girl, like they were friends with Steve, or is it because like they actually see women like how
I think that there's a combination of all of it. I think that they fought together, so that earns a layer of respect. They have a connection, not just through Steve, but like through each other, because they were in a war together. Like that's bound to make people close. And then I think because of those situations, it has changed their perspective on women. But we also don't see them interact with any other women, so we don't know if they just have a specific bias towards Peggy and then still see other women as just ditzy damsels in distress.
Yeah. Right
Wild.
on the nose. So yeah, and we see Thompson still at this point is being the same, because when they're like trying to split off into their groups or whatever, he's listening. Some men do this a lot. They listen to like what the men say instead of what the woman says. Like Peggy says it, but it's not until like the men are like, yeah, no, we're listening to what Peggy has to say. He's like, okay, fine, we'll do what you have to say, Carter.
Like, and
not just because it's a better idea.
No, because he's too caught up in all of his unhealed traumatic things that he has going on, and unable to just recognize, too triggered to actually use critical thinking. Yikes. Fragile masculinity.
The worst. But they get inside and they're seeing like the boardroom, the boarding school, the classroom, and the bedroom, the classroom. I forget what it said on there. Destroyer or something.
Yeah, it was. That's wild though that they had the words spliced in between the frames. Man,
that's
sick. Watch out for them YouTube videos. Oh, literally. You think they're not doing it now? Gotta watch out.
I will say, off topic though, I have seen a lot of parents being like, yeah, no, you have to be careful what you let your kids watch on YouTube.
No, like, I will honestly vote no YouTube.
No, like just put on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Bro, like, give them a leap pad or something. It's like educational only, like none of that crazy stuff. I don't know.
Or at least like watch an episode with them.
But know what your kids is consuming.
Yeah.
There's literally sponges.
Yeah. My kids are gonna be watching old stuff.
My kids are gonna be outside playing in the dirt.
I mean, yeah, that
making mud pies.
That too. But like we gonna be in like 2040 or something like that. We out here having to watch something from 1990.
Actually, we gonna do puppet shows. We gonna make our own shows.
I used to do that though. I used to go to the library and like
see, you already got experience. We're gonna be great.
Well, that's hilarious. Anyways, back to the series. They find like a little crying baby widow, quotation widow. It's never confirmed, but sad, blah blah blah. I like your hat. Stab.
Like, and this is another example of literally
underestimating, but also because she's a kid too.
She is a kid, but they also didn't see how, like, they didn't connect the dots of how there were kid chairs, kid beds with the handcuffs. They're training some.
Yeah, not till after.
Yeah, they didn't connect all those dots. Like, but they're literally seeing it add up, and they're like, "Oh, there's a kid. This kid's gonna be perfectly fine." And it's like, okay, I understand, have a little bit of a guard down with that, but like you're literally in enemy territory right now, and like all of the things that are happening with that, and it's like you're not. Oh, let me distance from like dang, and then baby boy.
But yeah, R.I.P. But still, even afterwards, like when he checks in, he's like, "Oh, heck no!" Peggy's like, "No, she's just a child. She's just a child."
She said, "No, Peggy. She's a murdering machine.
Literally, just killed one of my men
and stabbed me.
Stabbed me.
If she stabbed you, would you be feeling like, she's just a kid, Peggy?"
Yes. There's a different soft spot in like not just this series, but like in NCU in general when it comes to like kids. Especially we see this with Cap too. A little symbolism. Cap when he was like when Wanda came in, like she's just a kid. Then he threw a plane on Peter. Okay.
He had to do what he needed to do.
Brooklyn, Queens. Anyways.
Twin.
Sorry about that plane.
Gotta go.
Okay, anyways. But they leave this area. They're trying to find an exit. They run into a mad scientist and a doctor locked up. They're like, yeah, they have us locked up, and I'm here to like help him do his blah 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 blah. And we have these graphics of Stark Technologies, but like Stark's not here. Like Stark's not involved.
I only hear them talking of the plans, never the man. And bro, even from the jump, I thought that he was too talkative. I'm like, he talks a lot. I'm like,
not here. When we got back to America, then I was like, okay. Actually, no. When they showed us, I was like, oh.
And then, like, even when, you know, all is said and done, and they're about to get on the plane to go back to America, and he's like, I don't know where home is, and like, I'll do anything I can do to help. I'm just like,
you clocked it? I didn't clock not a dang thing.
I'm like, if you was here, like, you don't got no family, like, nothing. Liar. He's a liar.
We find that out later. But the team finds out, yeah, maybe Stark's not the guy we think he is.
Scratch.
And they try to rescue the mad scientist and the doctor, but things go haywire. There's a shootout. Mm-hmm. Yes, RIP scientist. He was saying something in Russian that we don't know about because they didn't translate it. Which is...
They never do.
But I think this was intentional. Sometimes they do it intentionally. And we'll talk about that later. Mm-hmm. But we see Thompson has a little bit of PTSD. He's over there
shaking in his
boots.
Like, first it was on the plane. You ain't never jumped out of a plane before.
But also he saw his man get shot and die.
Did he really?
Yes.
Because
in front of him.
He told that story at the campfire. Then he told a different story to Peggy, talking about how he shot people down and they were trying to surrender.
The man on this current team. 2 people died.
Oh, right. I mean, sure.
I think that's what triggered it, is what I'm saying.
Maybe, but like his team didn't die. Like, he lied to them when he was at the fire. Like, all those people didn't die. His team didn't die. He just killed a whole bunch of Japanese soldiers that were trying to surrender.
Yeah, no, he's just PTSD. You can have PTSD for... He was in the war.
I know. I'm just saying, like...
You can have PTSD.
Also, dead people just triggered him.
I think...
Right. He gets no grace from me.
Trust me. I didn't give a lot of sympathy either. I'm just trying to explain the situation. Anyways, Thompson has PTSD, war trauma. And Peggy has to save him, you know? And this is the beginning of their like recovery arc. Peggy saves his life. They all escape. The doctor goes back with them. And one thing I did notice too, which is, I should bring this up later. Never mind. I'll bring this up later. There's a lot that I'm gonna bring up later. Okay. Anyways, they get back on the plane, and yes, Thompson tells her the real story. He killed all these innocent people when they were trying to surrender, and he feels like he doesn't. I feel like his trauma is part of like feeling like he doesn't deserve what he got. And I feel like this is a common theme in the series of like the characters not feeling worthy of where they are. Because we see this with Stark later on.
They would not be able to pick up Mjolnir. Neither one of them.
Well, yeah, if Tony can't, then his father definitely can't.
Absolutely not.
I wonder if Peggy would be able to. Like Captain
Carter? Yeah. She did.
Well, that version.
I just watched that today.
The movie?
Multiverse of Madness.
Was it better than the first time we watched it?
Yes, because I didn't see the trailers right before I watched it and be like, oh, they spoiled everything. But like, you know, it's cool.
Right? Anyways. Okay, yep. We get the truth behind the story. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I also didn't feel any sympathy for him. Like when he was telling his story and like when he was freaking out, like it was supposed to make us like feel for this character now, and I was like,
yeah, like no, I still don't care. Like you're still a poopy head.
Yeah.
Kinda? No, you still suck, period. This doesn't change anything. And Peggy's like, but you know, I guess she gotta get it where she can. Not us though.
Right.
This is the 21st century.
Haters till we die. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, excuse me. Back in America, we get to the point where Dooley's trying to piece everything together. He knows that he's figuring out that Stark was in the battle. Not in the battle, but he went to Russia after the battle.
For now, yeah.
Yes. And he had a fight with the general in charge. And then a week later, the general quit. And then a week after that, Stark quit his weapons department, whatnot. And then after that, he's like public enemy number one.
Mm-hmm. This is so all... things are seeming suspicious.
Yes. This is all that he knows. This is all that the SSR knows. This is all that we know as an audience at this point as well. And so after this is just piecing all this together.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're back with Dottie. She's searching Peggy's room, and we see more hints to like who she is because she's very smart. She sees the little string on the door, just like Peggy's little alarm system, whatnot. And she's searching her stuff. She's being a little odd.
Yeah. Smelling things, trying on Peggy's accent. Just
yeah.
Unsocialized.
Obviously. And so at this point, I don't know if we said this on camera, but I'm thinking like, okay, they're going for Captain America's blood. Like, this is what they're searching for. Oh no, Peggy, why would you put it in the wall? It's so obvious.
But she didn't find it. I was like, you.
Well, not that she didn't find it. She wasn't looking for it. Both. But yeah, she wasn't looking for it, which is very interesting.
Because what did she take?
She took a picture of the weapon that they
were looking for.
Okay.
Yes, because they showed that she took something, but the picture, but they didn't ever show what was on the picture. But
yes,
deductive reasoning.
Yes,
I thought she was gonna take that picture of Cap, and I was gonna be upset, but then she did not. So I was like, okay,
that was just her being
a weirdo,
jealous,
a weirdo, lady. A weird, jealous weirdo.
Also, another hint that they give us into like who she is. There's like I think it's Russian music playing in the background during this whole scene.
I didn't peep that.
Yes. We're just gonna finish this because I only have 1 point left, and then we're back at the SSR. We see that Peggy and Thompson are on good terms now. Like they trauma bonded.
Gotta go get some beers.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, let's get a drink. You want a drink, Sosa? He's like, no. I don't want to drink.
I know about you.
He has a little inkling.
No, he know.
Not until like the next episode.
Bro, he pulled her file in this episode.
Yeah. Like
and did the bullets and
I thought that was after they left. It doesn't matter.
They left to Russia. It was just in this episode. And then also we do know what's going on with Dottie, because she can't sleep it without her handcuffs on.
Yes. And so, we basically find out who Dottie is with all these hints that they gave us and all added up. And Thompson finally gives Peggy credit for something when they're talking to the chief. Like, thank you. That's the end of episode 5.
Yeah. And, at this point, I was like, the doc, I feel like he's going to be a traitor or he's going to die. I was like, I don't know. Which one?
I didn't peep not a thing.
He would have got you.
Look, would have got me.
Focus.
Episode 6, we start with another flashback. We're flashing back to Leviathan. Yes. They've captured people. We see Dottie here is confirmed. Dottie is part of
traitor gal.
I'm just gonna start saying Russia because that's too much work. She's part of Russia. And we see the doctor in here too. He's one of the capturer people.
The captives.
Yes. And at this point, I'm thinking like Russia is very similar to the Red Skull and how like they're under Stalin and the Red Skull is under Hitler and like they're both blah blah blah.
Secret covert operations.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then we come back to the present. Dottie's in Brooklyn and I'm like, wow, Dottie's being a tourist. Like she's not just being evil. Like she's seeing the city. No. She goes to the dentist.
Yeah.
First of all, off the jump, this is who I peeped right away. This man is weird.
No, literally. I want people that are going to be dedicated. As soon as he was like trying to talk to her about the interview, oh, come on to the back, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, he's a freaking creep.
The lights are dim. He let his staff go. It's after hours.
Like,
why are you in the dentist room? Aren't you in an office or something?
What's going on? No, literally. I'm like, why are they doing the interview here? Wrapping up on her knees and stuff. Boy.
So, I kind of feel like he got what was coming to him.
Absolutely. I don't care about him.
I was like, period. This is your fault. And he was screaming out for help. Help. It was like, you're about to assault her.
Like, remember how she wasn't, no one's gonna hear her? Right. No one's hearing you either. Ugh.
Anyways, so we're left here. We're like, okay, why is Dottie killing a dentist?
Like, what's
question marks?
Okay, so when I saw her come off the train and I saw the station where the people work at the phone company, I'm like, oh, she's about to infiltrate them.
Yeah,
and then goes to the dentist. I'm like, what's going on? And then we see. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. See, we thought two different things. I literally was like, oh, she's going to see Brooklyn.
Like, oh my goodness, that's Peggy's job. Is she about to blow it up? Oh my goodness, what is she about to do? I'm like, wow. Is she about to storm it right now?
Like, she's gonna go to the corner store, say hi to some people.
To pretend, wow, she's really doing great at that cover job. You're silly.
We're in the SSR now, across the street. Daniel is officially full. I didn't know his first name was Daniel, first of all. Side note, because everyone calling him Sousa.
Sousa.
But anyways, Daniel is like full blown suspicious of Peggy, like off the tin, like completely opposite. Like, y'all,
Chief, I need to talk to you.
Y'all used to be friends, and now she's public enemy number one. Like,
I mean, he found out that she was the traitor. She was the blonde that left the trail of bodies.
But like, that's all he knows. So to like jump from like being friends to like, no, I hate you.
But like, also
is this crazy.
Not I hate you, but just like he felt betrayed, because like, what, from their perspective, the blonde lady had something to do with the deaths of, you know, that guy and Krasinski and all the other dead people. They're like, yeah, this lady is obviously connected to that. Maybe she is, you know, the murderer. And then I feel like this is a testament to Sousa's good policemanship. You know, like, he's not slightly able to be corrupt. We're like, oh, you know, our relationship stands above the law. Like, no. The law is above everything.
Right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But also, like, I feel like you have to put into perspective that she didn't kill them. But, like, from their eyes, she killed the enemy, too. Like, she didn't just kill the police officers. She killed the bad guys, too. So there's still something that they don't know. So for me to jump to, like, that high of suspicion is odd.
Well, you mean that level of suspicion?
Like, your public enemy number one. That's how they treated her. Like, everything is her fault.
They already don't like her. It's not like they didn't like her.
Not Daniel. That's what I'm saying.
She's a liar. He's like, why did you lie? Like, you're a liar. Like, you are untrustworthy. You were in here using me. And he probably feels personally attacked. He's like,
So he is biased.
Exactly. Like, not biased, yeah, in the sense that he gonna be corrupt, but he might use
emotionally involved still.
Yeah. But like, feeling angry and just being like, I had a crush on you, girl. I thought you was one of the good ones. Like,
everybody up in there got a crush on her. Keep it professional. Keep it in your band.
Literally.
No, I'm just
kidding. Tell him, girl.
Anyways, before this though, before he tells the chief, Chief gives Peggy another assignment. She's on a roll now.
Like, look at her. No more coffee runs.
Yeah. She's in charge of, like, investigating if Russia's actually using women as, like, spies. Mm-hmm. So she's off trying to figure it out. She's like, okay, has to be connected to Stark. So, like...
And just when she get her first assignment, that's when things hit the fan.
She's like... I need a list of every woman that Stark has ever slept with.
Bro, the way that they accumulated this list is insane.
He gives a bracelet to every woman he's ever slept with. The same bracelet.
A solid gold diamond encrusted bracelet. Baby, you know how much I would have sold that bracelet for? Because one, I don't want to be walking around it. Bling, bling. Hey, you sister. Hey, twin. No. Dismantle. You can dismantle also, it, turn it into a jewelry set.
We have to also acknowledge back then the prices are different. I mean, it's still expensive.
Yeah.
But still cheaper than today.
But that's not relative, because that in that time, in that frame, that's gonna do you something. Do you something good.
When I was watching this, I was like, okay. Like, still, we don't know how he met his wife.
Correct.
So I'm like,
I don't think we're ever gonna know.
We don't know. Season 2.
See, maybe.
Did his wife get a bracelet?
Dun, dun, dun.
Mm-hmm.
But we also said that she's a questionable person because she's with Howard in the first place.
But also, we don't see how Howard evolves.
Not emotionally, intelligently.
We don't know that. Maybe he's
his child is Tony. What do you mean we don't know that he got emotionally intelligent?
Maybe he's a lovely husband but a horrible father.
Yikes. Still showing she is not a great lady. If you were literally watching your husband be a horrible father to your child, and you're like,
maybe she's cool a horrible mother.
Exactly. Bad person, but all around.
All around. Anyways, they discovered that it has to be some lady named Ida. Who's Ida?
That's to be her.
Question mark, question mark. She must have changed her alias. There's nothing about her.
Nothing in the apartment. Like, also, why did he let that kid intimidate him? That kid just showed up, didn't say a thing.
He was already like, that was weird though, because he was begging Peggy to like go to the factory or whatever. And then you're scared of a little kid.
Oh my goodness. And like,
but he was already like on edge. This was trauma for him. Coming back with all the exes.
Right. Got slapped in the face multiple times. Kicked. Right. You're right.
Yeah. But at this point, because before I realized why, at least I don't want to speak for you, but like why I was so confused in the beginning is because we were going through this case as they were going through the case.
Yeah,
so we were given information like they were in information. That's why everything was confusing. So at this point, we know just a teeny bit more than the characters do because we know who Ida is.
Yeah,
Ida is Dottie.
Yeah,
they don't know this yet, and we're back to Dottie. Flip a little bit,
flip-flop,
and we find out, why she's in the dentist's office. She's at first it's like, oh, she finna get man.
No, for real. I'm like, because he's like, oh, can I open up this window? And I'm like, this is the point. This is where we find out. Death or traitor. Traitor.
See,
my goodness.
I was like, he finna get got. Like, they just got him. Like they
she's
finna kill him off too.
I'm like, dang.
And then it starts flashing, and he's doing Morse code.
And then when it started flashing, I'm like, oh, so they gonna see, and like she gonna die. But then no, she was signaling, and he.
Yup.
And see, this is where I also, of course, suspicions confirmed. But like right before this, where he's like, I want to do everything that I can to help get the Leviathan, right? But then he gets in the room with the chief, and he's, I don't know this, I don't know that. Baby, what do you know? What do you know? Like, why? Focus. I know you need to focus. Shut up. I thought that they should just cut his tongue out. Like, that should be his punishment. Never, ever have the chance ever again to talk.
I thought they should have took his voice box.
That's what I was thinking, too. Like, fitting just like your people. But it's like, he could still put the thing.
If he has a thing.
Yeah, like, what if he...
But, like, what if it's not his voice, though? So what if it's different?
Oh, maybe, like, he can write down focus and, like, still... No, bro. I think it got something to do with his soothing voice.
Anyway. Okay, yes.
Communication.
They're communicating with each other. We see... This is where I realize... Oh no! The doctor is still with Russia. They're still on the same team. And it makes sense because at this point we're in Dooley's office and it's like, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. But it's like, why are we talking about his wife cheating on him? Why are we getting so personal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something's off.
Something is completely weird.
We also... Oh no, I'm not skipping ahead. I'm right on task. Anyways, we also see with the new guy, I don't know his name, but he mentions it too. He's like, why is the doctor still in there? Like, isn't this unconventional? And Thompson is like, you don't question the chief. Like, he knows what he's doing.
It's like, right. That aged so well.
So well. We also see... This is why I question, like, I don't know if this is like soundtrack or if it's part of it, but like when he twists his ring, there's like a small little like wave that comes out. So I was like, okay, is it the ring that's like making him hypnotize people?
I think it's a combination of his voice and the frequencies that make that happen. So, and I'm also wondering, like, does he have a part of his fingers burnt off or something? Because like it looks like a normal ring,
maybe,
and like it sounds like if you ever dipped your finger in some water that had like a wine glass, and go, ooh, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Maybe he licks it before.
Maybe.
Also, a little note. Maybe this is just like the style of back in the 1940s, but him and Dooley have the same wedding ring.
I mean, this is just a basic gold wedding band.
Yeah. But still, I feel like it's still a little
maybe
touch there. Because at first I was like, oh, like, yeah, the wife, poor guy.
No, literally,
he's probably dead.
Surprise.
Anyways,
yeah.
We're in the diner now. We're out of the SSR. We're in the diner. Peggy is with Jarvis. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name for a second. They're chit-chatting about not finding the lady and blah 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 blah.
Blue blue blue.
And then the diner goes quiet.
Too quiet. She's like, they're clearing everybody out.
They're coming to get me.
They're blocking the because it's... I know who they're here for.
Do what
and it's not you.
Yeah. Do what I say. What I say. They're coming to get Peggy. The whole SSR knows. Daniel told everyone. And just like Peggy does, took everybody out.
Whoop that booty.
Including Thompson.
The whole group of men got taken out by who? One woman?
One woman?
I can't believe this.
And this is just another, like, underestimating Peggy. At this point, though, Thompson is not on that side. He's like, yeah, I told him that wasn't going to be enough. And he didn't listen to me.
Even because he saw it with his own eyes.
Even with guns, too.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is also where we see a little bit, maybe, of Daniel and Peggy's friendship. Because, like, she just walks away.
Yeah, definitely. He's like, dang,
like, Peggy, don't make me do this. She's like, you're not going to do it.
He's like, don't make me do it. Because I'm going to do it to you. I got to go.
Gotta go. Okay. And now we're back again to the SSR. The doc is being babysat by, I don't know his name, the new guy, who already questions him. He's always a little suspicious. Not suspicious enough. But we find out the doctor's plans, and he's trying to get into the lab for some reason. But this guy can't help him. And so, bye-bye. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
At least he gets, which very interesting though. Like, he's able to get like one last drink. He's like, go to the bar. Get your favorite bourbon.
Well, because they had to make it make sense as to why he would walk in front of a truck.
Oh.
If he was completely sober walking in front of a truck.
I thought he was just being nice.
No, he's like, yeah, like, go get some alcohol, go be seen leaving the bar, and yeah, they saw him leaving the bar and got hit by a truck.
This man would have duped me time and time again.
Dang, girl. Like, as soon as he started chit-chat, he's like, no, bro, like, I don't want to talk. And he's like, so you a middle child, right? You know what? Yeah, I didn't get enough attention from my daddy. Like, what you got to tell me? And it's like, bro, everybody too willing to talk to this man.
That's his job. Even before Russia. He's good. He got me.
He did.
Time again. We're not even through the last 2 episodes.
We not.
Anyways, we know at this point he's trying to get into the lab. He wants to steal one of Stark's weapons, but he needs the chief. Still, though, everyone else is still like oblivious to him and his schemes.
Yeah, the whole world.
Oh, one little side note though, it's very. I find words hard. I found it interesting that they put like 1 drink per country. Like they were like U.S. bourbon, and when they were the last episode, they were like, yeah, like I love Germany and I love beer, but like I miss a good bourbon. Like they don't have bourbon in Germany. And then when they gave the doctor the bourbon, he's like, you got no vodka? Like, it's just very interesting that they like put drinks symbolism or coincide or whatever the heck the word is,
but that's
with countries.
That's a real thing. IRL. It's like certain countries have certain materials available to them that makes them make a certain kind of alcohol better.
That part I get, but like you still have other drinks in those countries too. Like to make the guy go get a bourbon at the bar instead of like just his favorite drink,
which is probably a bourbon, because like I feel like also at this point they might not have a whole bunch of different types of alcohols because it's, you know, back in the day,
right? And
then also like it's a lot of Zionism going on. My country, yeah, that country, and like just I think it also like when we started doing international trading and they're like trading alcohol, they're like, wow, like this country makes a really good this, like let's only get this from this country specifically. And so yeah, like that's still a big thing. Russia being known for vodka, Germany being known for beer, America being known for bourbon, you know, got sake up in Japan. So all different kinds of things.
Tequila.
Right. In Latin countries, maybe I don't know if any other country besides Mexico is really like, oh my goodness, like tequila from there.
Tequila.
Mexico.
Brush my teeth with tequila. Anyways, thank you for that. Because yeah, I was like, that's so interesting. But Peggy's on the run, but she has to go back to her apartment to get Cap's blood.
My baby boy.
Yes, and the SSR is also there. She's probably back at her apartment. Yeah. And so she's out on the windowsill and they go talk to Angie. It's like, yeah, no, like she had to leave and her grandpa was sick. Starts crying.
It made me think about my grandma.
Which is so interesting.
It's like, wow, Angie, you really ate that up.
Because like these men don't know how to comfort a crying woman.
No. Bro, they don't know how to process their own emotions. Baby boy was shaking in his boots on the ground. And it's like,
that's true too.
And he's just like, just please stop.
Yeah, he's like, please stop. Don't do that. Just please stop. But I feel like also we have to take into account like they're both single. And now that I realize how old Peggy is, they're probably young as well. It's like early 20s before their brains developed. And they're single. They probably like never had like a woman cry to them. Like they're like, I don't know what to do.
But like,
I don't know what to do.
Chris Minsky had a wife. Okay, that doesn't mean that he's old. Never mind.
This is back in the day though too.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, never mind. Yeah. Never mind.
They get married young.
That also makes a lot of sense as to why that lady was trying to be so protective, because they're only like early 20s.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking that these girls is like mid to late 20s. But no, that's not the case.
No, man, upstairs is a safety hazard.
My goodness.
They did not care. They did not care what lady had to say.
No, they did not. They weren't gonna stop them. I mean, she wasn't gonna stop
She
them.
tried.
But with her,
oh no, yeah, with her words,
can't do nothing.
No. She's used to men just walking away when she's like, yeah, no man upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Man with the SSR.
I'm authoritative. Not enough, honey.
Anyways, I will say though, Angie's acting was good, but her crying was trash.
Absolutely. But because they're so much numbskulls,
yeah,
they didn't recognize.
They bought it.
She pulled through. What a good friend. She's like, I knew you didn't work at no phone company.
Yeah, number one friend Angie.
Mm-hmm. I'm so happy what got to happen for them at the end of the season. Anyway, though.
But yeah, Peggy leaves out. She runs into Dottie, still being naive at this point, underestimating Dottie.
And I'm just like, girl, if you know you gotta go, stop.
Why are you talking?
Stop being so polite. Like, just go do what you need to do. But if she would have, she would have ran into the boys.
It would have been suspicious.
Yeah.
Yes, but she...
No, like, I don't care about Dottie being suspicious to Dottie, but no, like, if she would have kept going down the hallway, the boys were just literally right around the corner.
Oh. She would have got caught either way.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dottie's
had a little lesbian lover moment right there.
Yeah, wearing her lipstick. She kissed her, and that's...
You're wearing my brand.
That's when Peggy locks in. She's like, wait a second. And then she pulls her wrist.
But it's like, dang, like, that kiss was kind of long, Peggy.
That was Dottie.
Peggy still could... She had her own free will.
But she was like,
No. A random girl come up to you and kiss you. You not... Whoa, excuse me, ma'am. That's a little too close for comfort.
Not if I'm being like... What's that called? I'm saying hypnotized. It's not hypnotized.
She's
being put in a
mesmerized. No. She's like, wow, this beautiful blonde lady is kissing me right now.
Fast. Anyway, she passes out. Okay, this is interesting. I need a dictionary. When we last episode, when they're talking and they're like, okay, kill Peggy. But at this scene, she just makes her faint. Like, she's not...
Oh, then she brought out the knife. She was about to cut her up.
Oh.
Yeah. And
okay, never mind.
And then something happened where the boys got attention got called to them, and so she couldn't carve her up real nice. Yeah.
Okay. I was like, why didn't they kill Peggy? Like, that's so weird, but I forgot about that part. Scratch that.
And she woke up way faster than that guy did. Like, they stood her up, she started walking. I'm like, was she not just asleep?
Bro, no. No, literally. Danny was like, are those necessary? She's unconscious. And he's like, nah, yeah, they're necessary. And then she starts walking. You can't walk when you're unconscious.
Like, literally. She's like, they go like, come on, Peggy, get up. She's like, y'all right. Let me stop playing around. What? And I'm like, okay, maybe is it because like she didn't get so much saliva? Like maybe
what are like the active ingredient?
Because like baby boy, he really went all in for
it.
Right. But like it was more of a contact lip to lip and not more of like a French kiss situation.
Yes. Wow. And she's caught. She's put into the SSR police car, and Dottie's standing there like, and Peggy's like, it's Dottie.
She's like looking out the window. Oh snaps! I know who did it.
And we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back.
Episode
7. Another flashback.
Wow.
Back to back. Russia 1933. We're in wartime. This is the doctor. He's in the war. We see. Basically, I feel like this scene is to see the power of the doctor and what he can do.
Absolutely. 100%.
We see him, hypnotize this man while he's getting his leg amputated. Back in the day, too. Like, no anesthesia.
Bro, they was...
No, nothing. Yes, with the saw,
I was like, wow. Barbaric. War is literally barbaric.
Yes.
But no, bro. At this point, this is... Like, when they do the Peggy interrogation, I'm like, bro... Why is the doctor here? Like, I knew that he was a traitor, but I'm like, bro, like, what is he doing? I was like, oh, he's influencing the chief. Got it.
We're back in the present. Yes, Peggy is being interrogated. I didn't write anything down for this beginning scene. But
that's a really
okay. Word. They're interrogating.
That's a That's the word.
That's the word?
Yes, interrogation. They're interrogating her.
Interrogating?
Yeah.
Yes. That sounds so wrong.
I promise it's right.
They're interviewing her.
That's wrong. That one is wrong.
And Peggy, Peggy's smart. She knows what she's doing. She knows what to say, what not to say. But we also, like what you were saying, the doctor is in there as well. And at this point, we see Thompson starting to get a little suspicious.
The doctor, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, why is the doctor in here? Like, shouldn't he, like, be somewhere else?
You got a problem with this? He said, if she says something about the Leviathan, I can help. Boy, you was just up there talking about you don't know. How you gonna...
Right.
Please don't make me upset.
But we still see hierarchy, which is understandable because he's in charge. He's a chief. You have to trust him in what he says.
Right.
And I will say though, her monologue in this interrogation ate. Like what she was talking about. There are 3 little quotes that I wrote down. Like, you see me as like this stray kitten on your doorstep to protect. You see me as a secretary turned damsel in distress. And you see me as the girl on the pedestal turned into a whore. Which is accurate. Like, I feel like they just eat for themselves.
And then, like, when she finally tells the truth to them, they're just like, oh, well, why didn't you tell us?
Because you don't listen.
Boy, you've been calling me Miriam, like, for this half of the season. Can you... Let's be for real.
You don't listen to me. Anyways, we skip to Dottie, and we see a little sneak peek foreshadowing into, like, what Dottie's going to do in the future. She's buying a baby carriage. She's like, yeah.
It's coming sooner than you know.
Yeah. It's like, Dottie, what's the baby for? What's the baby carriage for? Like, what's gonna be in there? And I feel like we talked about this last episode as well.
Yeah.
Like, what is this phone company? Like, is it a real phone company?
Because
is it not a phone company? Because when Jarvis,
baby girl,
but also when Jarvis comes in, they're actually taking calls.
They are.
They're actually busy.
So it's like, I guess multifaceted.
But they also know about the SSR.
They know about
that. She has the gun under the desk.
And it's like, okay, so you can employ women to keep your secret and protect the door, but trusting Peggy is off limits.
Right.
Like, whatever. I guess for the plot. Am I right? If it was too easy, there wouldn't be a plot.
Roll credits.
Ooh.
But yes, Jarvis is there to come try and save the day because this man was stressed. I don't know if I didn't know.
She to go talk to Anna about it and sat down somewhere.
I don't look at his hair in the other episodes, but in this episode, he has gray hair. Like, it's gray, like right here.
Yeah, never paid attention, so
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's like. This man has been stressed. Like,
that's a lot of stress in a short amount of time.
Well, I mean, like working with Peggy.
Okay.
The whole, yeah. But yeah, his plan backfired.
Literally making matters worse.
Yes.
Yeah. There is no. Stark's not coming. Howard's not coming.
Tony's not coming either.
He's not. He's not gonna be there that day.
Yeah, he's not scheduled to be born for
another couple more decades. Years. Yeah.
Word.
Y'all got it.
But they see Peggy and Jarvis see the doctor doing.
Peggy sees. She's like, that's Morse code.
So is Jarvis. He's like, yeah, I know Morse code.
And she's like, you're appalled. I can't believe it.
And basically, Russia is coming.
The whole of Russia is coming to America.
The Russians are coming.
Oh no. Oh.
And Peggy's like, okay, fine. Like, I'll give you what you want because, like, something's gonna happen in 90 minutes. Something bad is gonna happen. And this is where they're like, okay, why didn't you tell us before? And she's like, I wrote the quote down. She's like, yeah, you trust me to, like, get your reports, get your coffee, get your lunch, but besides that, I'm invisible. They don't listen to her. She talks and they don't hear anything.
Yeah, my version of that was all caps. B, WTF, y'all don't listen. Like, what else do you want? What are you expecting?
Yes. But still, the chief is still like blinded.
No, he's talking about, I'm gonna babysit the doctor.
Yes.
I'm like,
babysit the doctor. You guys go
you
out.
are the one being babysat right now. Like, let's be serious.
Another thing I noticed though, the chief eyes this whole episode are red.
He's
stressing
out of it. Sad.
And now he's got his family in his mind too, because the doctor brought it up.
No, literally, and he talked on the phone with baby girls, like he had dinner scheduled.
Anyways, we'll get there. But the doctor officially like corrupts the chief. He gets into his head. He locks Peggy and Jarvis. At first, I thought he was gonna see. This is another thing. He had another. Well, okay, the first time doesn't count, but like the doctor has an opportunity to kill Peggy, and at this point, he doesn't.
Because I think that's not the focus right now. Okay. He's like, before he wanted to kill Peggy in order for her to like stop interfering with the plan. Now he has control of the chief. She's locked in this room. Like, what can she do? I'm about to get what I need, and I'm about to be gone. So like,
okay. Well, yeah, they lock him up. The chief and the doctor go downstairs to the lab to get item number 17. This is another part where I was like, oh no, they're getting Cap's blood.
No, literally.
They're searching for blood. It's right there.
Not at all.
But they didn't even pay attention to that at all. Yeah, and they get the item. We don't know what it's for. We get to another scene because the doctor's like, hey, like go to dinner with your family. Go relax. And here I am thinking, still naive. He went to dinner with his family. He left the station. He at home. I'm like, wow, why is this scene like so glossy? Like it looks, it's very white in this scene too. Yes. And I was like, okay, this is like the picturesque like American dream. Like they have 2 kids. He has the white blonde wife. It's very white and very like bright. Well, no, not.
You got the white blonde wife, and it's very white. It's just giving lots of white here.
No, like the scene, like the picture, the coloring of the scene.
White picture. White America. This is a picture of white America.
White people are gonna cancel me.
Okay, but no, yes, it's a very overexposed.
Thank
you. Bro, you know I gotta troll you just a little bit.
Anyways, but we find out this is a dream.
Oh dun, dun, dun. My goodness!
And while this is all happening,
they're trying to get
over across the street. Well, before that, they're across the street trying to figure out like who's across the street. Who is the doctor communicating
right,
to?
They don't know that it's Dottie, but yes, they're trying to go get that. Yeah.
Yes.
Bro.
And
no, well, they do know that it's Dottie because they've been talking with Peggy. Yes. And so they know that they're going after a dangerous woman. And Chad literally said,
that's what I was. Chad Thompson.
Shoot to kill.
Yes.
And no.
Okay, no,
Nobody does it.
No, I wrote this down too. I was like, Daniel, what the heck are you doing? But also, you don't want to shoot a random lady because this is a building. There's multiple offices and stuff in there. So he had to figure out it was her first, and then he went in and fired.
Like
because they don't know what he looks. They don't know what she looks like.
He had her. I mean, they knew what floor to go to based off of.
Yeah, but there's other offices. You can't just shoot a random.
I'm not saying that they should shoot the random lady, but he knew that was her. Like he saw.
He was suspicious.
He was whatever.
We see later on though, Daniel's principles are very different.
Even after that though, when she's jumping down the thing and everyone is still not shooting to kill.
Well, those other guys are just. I can't.
No, everyone's.
I can't redeem them.
No, you can't redeem Sousa either. He's the reason why the chief.
He's not the reason.
Yes, he is. He is.
He had that on beforehand. Anyways, Dottie gets away. The doctor gets away. We're back in the office. And they're like, Dooley, wake up. Dooley.
Wake up. Chief.
And Jarvis is like, oh no.
Everybody back up.
Back up.
Yeah. Right now.
So this little vest that they were talking about earlier was supposed to like keep them warm during cold weathers and whatnot.
Whatever elements.
And it backfired and it's going to explode. And I'm like, boom, okay, boom. They'll figure out a way to get it off. Like, it's fine. They got the doctors back here. These doctors don't do nothing. Scientists.
No. They suck.
Or are they just? I mean, Howard is a genius.
Right.
And
right. They're used to dealing with typical things, typical science, not crazy bomb jackets. They should have called it the bomb squad. This is a bomb made in a bomb factory.
Ghostbusters.
Right. Because he is a ghost.
Ow.
R.I.P. Bro, no, yeah. He's like, tell my wife, sorry I couldn't make it to dinner.
Yes.
Sad. Bro, why she scream his name out when he started shooting the glass? Baby girl, saying his name is not gonna do nothing.
Well, I don't think she was like, she registered he's about to jump off the building and off himself.
Did she want him to explode in the room with them?
I don't know what Peggy wanted.
I wanted her to not scream his name. Let that man go.
Everyone just shut up. You are biased right now. Anyways, yes. R.I.P. Dooley, Chief.
But it's, baby girl's like, it's all my fault. It's like, Jarvis locked in. No, it's Howard's fault. Yeah. It's Howard and his inventions. I'm like, finally, somebody is speaking the truth.
Yeah, and at this point, we see Jarvis stop being just like an obedient butler,
lapdog.
Yes, he's starting to like. No, like I have opinions too. Like, I can say my opinions.
He really stood up in the last episode.
Period.
Like, great job.
Anyways, so we're back with Dottie and the doctor. They're working together. Surprise, surprise. And they have item number 17. We don't know what it is yet, but they're like, we need to test it. It's been sitting for a long time. Yes, we need to test it out. So they go to a movie theater, and this is where the baby carriage is. She's walking down, and the people are like, ugh, a baby. And the old lady is like, it's okay, darling. Which is crazy to me. She leaves the baby in the carriage, right? And the grandma looks back, sees she's not there, turns back forward.
Yeah, okay. So I mentioned that too. First of all, no one else noticed that she just left the baby in the middle of the walkway except for Grams. But then when Grams did notice, she's like, oh, this is perfectly fine. What?
Ma'am, what?
Like,
if there's an actual baby in there, isn't that like...
But then maybe they're thinking like, oh, maybe her seat is right here and she has to like go to the bathroom or something. Like, oh, it's just a movie theater. What's going to happen in the movie theater? Surprise, surprise.
Danger. Lot. And me personally, I feel like that was kind of karma for her.
For the old lady?
Yes. Because what if there was a baby in there?
Bro, the movie just started. It's not like it's been hours. She's like, interesting. She's not trying to be all up in that lady business. Is it?
Maybe I'm in like the 21st century. But if a lady leaves her baby in the middle of a movie theater... You say something. You look at something.
Like, excuse me?
Maybe go sit next to the baby, make sure it's okay or something.
Maybe it's like she would have done that in a second. Like, maybe it's like if she noticed a certain amount of time has elapsed. It's like, dang, like that lady still hasn't come back to get her baby. Like,
she didn't have maybe a second.
No, because she was about to die brutally.
Karma.
Right.
But we see what number 17 is. Aggression, violence, murder. And then we also see this random couple because they need
you want a free parking and and it's like now it saved your life.
Yeah, I was like, welcome. Bet you're not mad about the parking now, huh?
No, for real. And I'm just like, I was just feeling thankful for you. I was like, wow, that would be me and my girl because
literally,
I'm like, she never trying to do that. We always finna find that, and we finna walk, and is the heck,
and that's why we still alive
to this day. Ain't catching us slipping.
And that's the end of episode 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4, episode 7.
Oh. Let's keep going.
Yeah, we still got time left.
We got minutes left.
No, I feel like that one was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because this is where the juicy bits are.
Yes, this is where everything starts to unravel and everything starts making sense again.
More like everything's coming together. All the lies are being unraveled.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tell us.
Okay. Episode 8. We find out. I don't remember what the beginning of this episode.
The beginning is that Stark walks in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we find out what the gas is, what happened in the battle, blah blah blah. So basically, in the battle, he created this gas which was supposed to help the soldiers like stay awake all night and fight in the war and yada yada, but it backfires.
Correct, because sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
Duh.
Okay.
No, like not duh to you, but like duh to Howard. Like why didn't you ever think that it was gonna be a good idea to force people to stay awake? It's like
he was just doing what he was asked to do.
No, he was just being a dumb donkey.
Anyways, the general knows that this gas is not good and he uses it on the people in Russia to get an advantage up on the war. And Stark is upset, obviously. Like
you stole my stuff.
Brutally murdered all these people.
And my theory about Bucky is debunked. Bucky is not involved.
I mean, our theory about the Cold War is
correct.
Debunked,
yeah,
but it's okay. And so this is where the fight comes in that they were talking about, why Howard went to Russia. And yeah, they realize we are told why the people from the first couple episodes, the no voice people, why they
lost their voice boxes.
Don't have a voice box because of the gas. And we know this because we skipped this part a little bit. Yeah. But when they went, the SSR went to the movie theater to see what happened. So like got in the gas or whatever.
He said it felt like he was breathing shrapnel.
Yeah.
Which we learn is little shards of metal. He was like, oh, like, you survived? He usually calls asphyxiation. He's like, yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Right. I'm very curious if they're just gonna like leave that be or if that's gonna come back up in the second season.
Oh, like if he's gonna die from it or something,
or lose his voice or some complications.
Maybe it's that like because the amount that he got, like he just got like a little cute little spritz in the face and not like being wafted in.
Right. But we also, I don't know if it's told here, but I'm just gonna say it. We also know that the doctor, it's not told here, but the doctor was in the battle as well. He was there, and we find out that the doctor is Johann Finhoff. And I messed up, like I got confused for a second. I was like, okay, the doctor's the leader of Leviathan and whatnot, but that doesn't make sense when you go back to episode 6 because he was captured, and so there's someone else in charge, which is also very odd.
So, or is it that he got captured, he sees all the things that's going on, and he's like, now I want a bigger hand in this, so he's using his manipulation tactics to become in charge.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. I was like, okay, this like he's the leader. This all coming together, and then I was going through my notes, and I was like, wait a second.
No, literally,
yes, absolutely. Unless the guy was supposed to be like Stalin, maybe. Anyways, we never see him again, so I guess it doesn't matter. Also, one thing I noticed, because the doctor has a Russian accent, Dottie does not have a Russian accent.
No.
And like, if they are widows, Natasha has the accent, and so does Yelena, and so does Mama.
Mama. Yeah. Okay. So I wonder if it is like, did they train them out of the accent? Because like she is here in America, and especially during this time, like it's not going to be really appropriate for anyone to be walking around with a Russian accent in America.
Maybe
it was like, yeah, you're gonna have to nip that into bud if you're gonna be going out on secret missions for us. Maybe.
Well, then I guess that brings the question: why didn't they do that in the future with like Yelena and stuff?
I'm not for sure. Maybe Yelena is maybe not everybody has an Russian accent, because we see other kinds of girls in there, but we don't ever hear them talk. And like maybe some girlies who stick with their thicker accent, like stay in accent countries. Yeah. accent countries. All countries got accents, but you know what I mean.
We locked in. I got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stark is there. He tells the whole story. They understand like what's really going on, who's the real enemy here, and we see Cap. We see Howard and Peggy talking, and we realize like Howard cares what Peggy thinks. Like, he cares about what she thinks of him, and this is very telling.
Only a little bit.
This is telling too, and towards the end of the episode about like his fantasies and like his trauma that he's holding tight to his heart,
to his chest.
But
like,
also,
like he talk all this game, but then still do shady stuff. I'm like, you tell her to come down here because like, oh, like no, I need my stuff because like it's gonna be better for me. Oh, this is not right and this is not right. Let me just steal Cap's blood here. Like no one's gonna notice.
Yeah,
boy.
Still Cap's blood again, but okay. And so they're going to chase after the doctor and Dottie. They're going to use Howard as bait, and they're like, okay, they're going to bomb the Veterans Parade. Like they're going to use it. They're going to use this gas at the parade. Like, what can we do? So they are trying to remember this as I speak.
Yeah, they set up a press conference to set it as bait.
Right. Yes.
And like I'm like at this point, bro, y'all have already had multiple instances where you haven't thought steps far ahead enough to where like you can make sure all your bases are covered. Because like why did no one think there was a potential chance that they were going to take Howard? Like no one thought about like keeping Howard close to the chest, keeping him safe.
I mean, they tried. Jarvis was going to get in the car. He just drove away.
I don't think that Jarvis was getting in the car.
He was getting in the car. He was going to the other side to get in the car. And he was like, because, yeah.
I thought that he was just closing the door for him, and then he looked over and saw, there's the cop knocked out. No, Jarvis should have just been the driver, period.
I mean, that as well. Yeah. But I feel like that is just the plot. Like, you can't have smart people. Roll credits.
But no, it's just like also when like Peggy, she was doing a pretty good job of like being ahead of the curve. But now you with the boys and your brain cells done turned off. Right? She's supposed to be what, 25 or something? Frontal lobe is developed. No.
Actually, I take that back. I take it back. And we're back.
Yeah.
The doctor has Stark, and he's hypnotizing him with his ring. And he's
we also find out that the reason that the doctor has such a personal vendetta against Stark is because his brother died in the Battle of Finale.
Right.
He said there was bites taken out of him. Yikes. Because I was really confused. I'm like, okay, he was at the battle, like, like, why do you have such a personal
vendetta?
Yeah, like, what is going on? He's like, I wear a gas mask and everyone else is dead. Sounds like they fault. Why you have a gas mask? Not them. Sound like your fault. Why you want to give them one? You didn't want to say your brother that bad? Tragic. Could have tried harder.
I feel like it also brings up the question, like, is he actually married with kids? Because, like, his wife and kids are only mentioned once. And, like, he does have the ring. Maybe, like, it's just a story because of the ring. Like, why is he wearing a ring? You know? Yeah. So maybe it's made up. Because I was questioning, I was like, okay, like, your brother died, but, like, where's the rest of your family?
Saying that he doesn't know where home at and stuff. So I'm like, he must not have.
You know where home's at.
No, for real. The wife and kids is in on it. They got their own rings.
Family business.
Correct.
The wife is probably a widow.
She's the head widow. Dun dun dun. Yep.
Anyways, yes, he's explaining all of that and his trauma and why he's anti-Stark. And he's trying to hypnotize him. And two quotes I wrote down from this scene was he's basically trying to make Stark feel bad about himself. He's like, you can't allow kindness and empathy to cloud your judgment. Like, being a bad person is the only way to your success. This is why you're successful. And he's pulling on his strings about not being able to find Captain America. Yeah. Like, we realize that he's still holding on to that, and part of why, like, he cares so much about what Peggy thinks, because I feel like he feels like he let her down and not being able to find her man. Yeah. And his friend, too. They were friends.
They were.
Yes.
Apparently. But we also get like a nice confirmation and resolution with who stole the items. Like, yes, Dottie snuck in, got close, very close, and
couldn't remember her name.
Knocked him out with that cat and stole all the goodies. Wild.
I feel like we talked a lot about like Howard as his person, but his trends and his personality is just continued to like be explained, like his womanizing attributes and like his narcissism and all this stuff.
No, literally boasting to a stranger about how much stuff you got. And I'm like, bro,
why are you letting a woman in your vault?
That, and it's like, this is literally a stranger, and it's like, for him to be doing all of this, like, he has no sense of security, like no bodyguards, no nothing. No happy.
Yeah, but we even see Jarvis. I didn't write down what Jarvis said, but he even like attacks Stark. We see him get his backbone. It's like, no, like Stark is blah 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 blah. Like, he's a great guy, but he also has his flaws.
Yeah.
And I questioned, like, okay, so this is when I thought the Doctor was a leader. I was okay. This whole thing is based off of revenge, off of anger, but it's like to create widows off of revenge is crazy.
Yeah, a little wild.
Yeah, to create this whole, like, understand, getting back at Stark is one thing, like stealing his weapons and stuff.
Creating a whole organization,
but creating a whole organization,
hater mode,
is crazy, dude. Like, you're traumatizing more people. Like, you're doing more bad.
So see, this is where I think that the theory that I brought up comes into play. Like, he at first was brought into this organization as a cog in the machine, but since he has these mind controlling powers, he was able to work himself up to get into a position where he could do whatever he wanted to do. And so that makes me question, like, was him being in the prison, like, that was all orchestrated? Yeah,
that was staged.
Yeah, that was all staged. So never mind. No more questions.
But yeah, they get into the building. Jarvis is like, no, like, if someone needs to shoot Stark down, like, I'll do it. Like, I'm the only one who can fly a plane.
Also, before we even got to that conversation, this man's was still on the ground when they got there. They could have shot the plane down when he was still like barely off the ground. Like, they could have intervened. Yes.
Roll credits.
Exactly. It would have been okay. They still would have had to fight Dottie and the Doctor. But, like, come on, bro. But anyway, continue.
But yes, Jarvis has to be the one up in the air to potentially shoot Howard down. Peggy is up in the box or whatever, fighting Dottie.
And I'm tired of them not shooting people. Like, bro, why did you give them a chance? Like, why did you give them any chances? You should have shot her in her back dead.
They're not Thompson.
I don't care.
They don't go in just shooting people.
Bro, it's not just she is the perpetrator. We know for sure.
They don't do that. This is not war times anymore.
Sure.
They knock them out and they get arrested.
Oh.
They don't shoot people like they used to.
They don't.
But her and Dottie are fighting, and we find out, Dottie's jealousness, her zealousness, and her weird animosity towards Peggy and just like women in general. Free women.
I want.
Yeah.
Yes, girl. You like literally no one said that you could not.
Oh, now, lady.
Know your worth, baby girl.
But she eventually, she get pushed out the window. The Doctor escapes. And Peggy is trying to like calm Stark. Stark is right.
Yeah. And I'm like, wow.
There's too many Starks.
Very, very traumatic for her that she is in another situation with another man that she cares deeply about, and she cannot talk him into letting this plane down gently. He's like, no, like, listen, there's
reliving
another way.
it.
Literally.
Like they both are, yeah.
Yeah. Tragic.
But, they both prevail. She gets through. Jarvis doesn't have to, shoot his boss down.
No.
And he was prepared, too.
He was. He had to be for the greater good. And I think I wanted to say something about the Dr. Hunt because, like, it was so obvious that little metal clank on the ground was a distraction, but Thompson is just so thick-headed.
I was gonna get there.
Oh, I didn't know that was.
I wasn't gonna skip that.
Okay, continue.
I was just so we didn't have to like jump back and forth. But yeah, Howard is fine, and Sosa, Daniel, and Thompson are trying to get. The doctor, that was crazy though for Thompson to get knocked down.
No, like
right away
to go pick it up. Like you're a terrible detective. I just want to let you know.
But he's a good detective, but he's doing terribly.
No, bad detective. He sucks.
He's good in the interrogation room. Maybe just keep him off the field.
He's good at punching people in the face until they give him answers.
Yeah.
That's not being a good detective. Like
you get the answers out.
Sure, I guess. But they can't shoot people? No, they can beat them for information, but they can't shoot them.
That's different.
No, bro. Like you're going to use violence. Here. Use violence.
Oh. Anyways, he knocks out Thompson and Daniel. He got me again at this point. Daniel is like, yo, man. And so for me, I was confused because like his hands are up and he's not using his ring. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not just the sound waves. I guess we discussed it earlier. I was okay, is it
he got that Riz.
Right, is it his voice? Like what's like Daniel, don't fall for it.
No, and I really thought Daniel was because he was
slipping. Literally,
and I'm like, oh, he just lost his footing or something.
And he was like,
was he talking? Something? I'm like, dang, he done got him again. I'm like, bro, he literally told you not to listen to him.
No, literally!
I was about to be so mad at him. And I'm like, okay, great job.
But they got the doctor.
Yep.
They look back. Dottie got away. Which is crazy.
No,
because homegirl hit her head.
That blood right there. And then when she stood up,
blood.
And I'm like, if that's gashing from her wound, like, gushing from her wound, bro, come on now. Like,
so Dottie is MIA.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor is in custody.
Mm-hmm.
They get back to the station. This last ending little bit of scene, SSR. They're like, woo, yay. And the Senate comes in. And he congratulates Thompson. Just Thompson.
Of course.
For, bringing the man in, saving Veterans Day. Yay, Thompson.
City, Manhattan. Woo.
Which I didn't realize when I was watching it, but it's because he was also like looking back during this scene, like, should I say something? Should I not say something? And like this is another example of like him taking credit for something that he shouldn't be taking credit for. Like he gets partial credit for sure, but it wasn't just him. So it's very interesting for him to like hold on to this animosity about having this award that he doesn't think he deserves, and then to do it again.
The dopamine. You ever heard of an addiction? That's it.
Addiction right to medals and awards and praise.
It's a mental illness. Yep.
Yeah. But we see
Peggy knows her worth.
Daniel and Peggy are gonna be okay. Like they're friends again. Peggy's like, yeah, it doesn't bother me. Like I'm fine. She's also not a part of the SSR at this point. She's,
She's like, maybe it's time for me to do something else.
Yeah. We also see, like, the little lover connection, friends to lovers, slow burn.
You want to get a drink? No, not tonight. But she looking like...
She over there cheesing, like,
You want to get a drink? Oh, my God.
Yep. We also...
Yep.
We also are told that finally Stark is going to destroy all of those weapons that don't work.
Like it's about time.
Took him long enough.
Realize your mistakes.
Literally. And Jarvis gives Peggy Cap's blood back.
Got a backbone. He's like, I may owe that man a lot, but he does not owe my integrity. Period. Do what you gotta do.
And she goes, has her, final little goodbye. She pours it into the sea. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, why the heck is she pouring this into the sea? But I was like, okay, maybe it's not like Hulk's blood. Like, maybe it's not gonna affect everything.
Yeah, I was like surprised there's a fish underneath there and they all get like super buff. But that's so crazy because I was theorizing last episode. I'm like, they should just like pour it down the toilet or something.
Yeah.
Like disperse it in water. Have it.
She heard you.
She did.
And then we get to this. What I feel like this was like their end credit scene, even though it wasn't like at the end. Mm-hmm. But the doctor is in jail. He has stuff.
Your theory,
he has stuff around his mouth, and we hear this agitating, degrading voice. It's a scientist.
Dun, dun, dun. Little guy. He's from like
Captain America.
We're maybe in jail, but we're jail in America, the land of opportunity.
Let's work together, bestie.
Yeah. Oh, and what we also didn't mention is that Angie and Peggy get to live together in one of Stark's properties as long as they want.
They're gonna be besties for the resties.
Absolutely.
No, when she quit her job, she doesn't need to pay rent.
Exactly. She can just go and pursue her dreams. It's beautiful.
Oh, I already said that. Okay.
That's
it.
So, what's gonna happen?
You'll find out.
We'll see in the next season. But for right now,
what you rate this season?
I would, I forgot that we were supposed to rate this, so I didn't even think about it. But no, literally. This was a pretty good show, pretty interesting. The twists and the turns were pretty good. They really knew how to thicken that plot, because once I started watching it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just watch 2 episodes today, and then I'll watch the other 2 later. But then I started watching, I was like, dang, no, I need to keep going. Yeah. I need to know. And then it was pretty good. I would say that I would give her a 4.5 out of 6, because there are still some questions that are left unanswered. Too many questions about Peggy's backstory and some continuity errors between like this and the MCU, so that kind of docks at some points. But other than that, good storytelling, hold my interest. I like the symbolisms that they have in here with Captain America and Peggy Carter, so that was pretty cool.
For sure. No, definitely when I finished season 1, I was like, I want to watch the next season now.
Literally,
I was like, no, I
gotta wait. I gotta take notes. And that's when I texted. I was like, are we reviewing it?
Oh, that's why.
I was like, oh, okay. Let me wait. I'm gonna say
later this year we will be talking about season 2 if you're interested. So stay tuned, subscribe.
Notifications.
I'd give her a nice 5 out of 6. Because in the beginning I was confused, but then later on I realized why I was confused, and I like the fact that we learn as the characters learn as well. Yeah. So yeah, she was good.
Interested.
Yes, exactly. What's the last thing you watched, honey bun?
The last movie that I watched was Onward.
Or series.
That's the last thing I watched.
Okay.
Was Onward on Disney Plus. It was pretty cool. I'm not finished with it though, but it was pretty cute, I guess. A little cartoon movie, and if you want to watch it.
If not,
free will,
right? The last thing that I watched, last movie I watched was, I'm in a slump right now. Last thing I watched and finished was Real Women Have Curves. It's it's an older movie with America. Do you know who that is? Okay. Yeah. She's in it.
She was in the Barbie movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. It's like
body positive movie?
Kind of, yes. And also it's about Hispanic heritage and wanting to be close to family, but also wanting to pursue a higher education, and she doesn't get along with her mom, and she's also bigger as well, so that plays into a role. And while I'm watching it, I was like, it never gave ugly though. Like America never gave ugly. Like she is always, her body is, she's not even big in there, which is like the crazy thing.
Big for the year.
Yeah, but yeah, it was decent. It was alright. I don't have any recommendations right now. I'm literally scouring for things to watch
and entertainment. I need it.
No, literally, like there's nothing. I mean, there probably is stuff to watch, but like I have nothing to watch at the moment.
So, that's real.
Do you have any?
Watch our podcast, guys.
That. If you have any recommendations for things to watch.
Right, yeah, you guys recommend something to us.
Let us know in the comments down below. I will set the description down below. Anyways, close her out. Let's leave 1946, you know?
Bye. Get back to present day.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching. Next time we are back in the canon MCU. We're watching Captain America. Very exciting.
Winter Soldier, yes. Love this movie.
Literally have watched this movie so many times. So if you want to, you know, tune into that podcast, subscribe, you know? We post every Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday. You can put our notifications on so you know when we post. We also post on our other social medias, Instagram, TikTok. They're all down in the descriptions down below. You should check those out. We are currently posting about the new Daredevil series.
Yes.
So if you want to hear our reviews about those, they're on our TikTok. Exclusively on our TikTok. Go follow over there. We just hit 200 subscribers on TikTok, which is very nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't have anything to say. Oh, bloop, 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 bloop. Anything else to say? So we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.